Is it worth it to be able to, you know, do this, eye roll? Well, yes? No? Maybe. Let's talk about it. Face and eye tracking are basically the new awesome VR tech that's taking over VRChat. Plenty of creators are yapping about it, while plenty of VRChat power users are taking the plunge and spending $1,000 on a funny Zuckerberg headset so that he can track all your eyes and all that. I did not do that. I definitely did not do that. So after having a headset that can track the entirety of my face for more than a month, can I recommend anyone spending $1,000 on Quest Pro? If you're someone brand new to VRChat or just VR in general, no, I definitely do not recommend you getting a Quest Pro and, you know, spending $1,000 just for you to be able to do this or this. Personally, if you're brand new to VRChat or VR in general, I would just recommend you going the budget route and getting a Quest 2 or a Quest 3 to make sure you like VR, I guess. Or if you're even a baller, I don't even recommend you getting a Quest Pro. It's not at all. You'd probably be better off to get a whole Valve Index kit or going for a Beyond headset or something. Now, if you're someone like me and you've been in the VR sphere for, you know, quite a while, do I recommend you getting this headset? As of now, I strongly believe that native eye tracking and native face tracking is definitely the future. Like, just having a conversation with somebody that has something like this and you can tell social cues, it's the future. I believe it 100%. I mean, we've seen a similar pattern where not a lot of people had something like this where, you know, you can track your eyes and track your face. We had something similar with full body. I clearly remember back in 2018 where if I saw somebody doing a roundhouse kick to someone else and then repeatedly teabagging them right after, that was kind of insane to me, and that made me want full body really badly. Fast forward to now, and I'm constantly seeing TikToks, Twitter posts, and all kinds of crazy stuff of people just doing this, just moving their eyes and just talking and using their mouth, like actually using their mouth. They're sticking their tongue at me. So back in 2018, I made the great financial decision of going out and spending $1,000 on a Vive headset, 2 base stations, and 3 trackers. Can you guess what I did when I saw face tracking? If you went ahead and guessed that I went out and spent $1,000 on buying Mark Zuckerberg's awesome Quest Pro that was definitely for work environments and not for VRChat, yeah, you may be right. Now, probably somewhere along the line of this video, you're probably watching me do this and laughing and just be funny and or somehow my words have actually convinced you to buy the headset. But you're probably thinking, why shouldn't I buy this headset? Well, that's because
the entire process to getting this going is annoying as hell.
I'm actually holding this position. You just can't. As a headset, it's okay. The lenses are clear. The comfort leaves a little bit more to be desired. The gigantic light leak that bothers a lot of people, that actually doesn't bother me, which I'm going to be quite honest, that surprised me the most. I thought that would bother me the most, but it didn't. It's quite the opposite. I actually dig it and think it's alright. The official charging dock for the hand controllers and the headset is a, what's a good word? A piece of shit. And that piece of shit was most likely designed by an insane person that was locked away in Zuckerberg's windowless prison, padded prison for 3 years. What is this thing? What is this disc? I just want to throw it and play frisbee in the park with it. I don't what. The mic sounds like this. Being able to use your hands to open menus is pretty neat. However, there were times where my hands would accidentally make a gesture to open the Quest menu, which basically kicked me out of VRChat. So that's nice. The meta software, or everything that the headset runs, the ecosystem and all that, it's actually pretty smooth. Although I haven't really used it a whole bunch, but it's pretty smooth. I can't doubt him. Doubt him? Beat him? Whatever the word is. In fact, not only that, just the whole meta process, I have to give it to them. The whole meta process of getting an account and all that, it was actually pretty smooth. In fact, I was able to recover my very old Oculus account back in 2017. Like when I got my very first VR headset, I was able to get that account back, even though I technically wasn't supposed to. It said that all the accounts were gonna go expired in March of this year, and I got this headset in March of this year. It was when I got my account, I was actually pretty nostalgic. It had a picture of my dog when she was you know, I think 2, I think. Very cute. Now she looks like this. Now overall the headset is okay, and yes, I am behind the wheel, drunk and ready to drive. However, this whole thing starts to become a pain when you have to try to use both your headset and your you know, your Steam VR environment and controllers and full body. Now, in order to get my whole setup in VRChat working, first I need to plug my Quest Pro into my PC. I use this cable that I bought on Amazon, which in order for this cable to work, I have to specifically plug things in a specific order. To get the cord working, first I need to plug that cord into an outlet so that it has power. Then I plug that cord into my headset, and then finally I plug the end of the cord, which is a USB, into my PC. No, it's not going into my GPU. It has to go into a USB 3.0. I did not know that until I got this headset. Now, of course, if I don't do it in this order, say for instance I plug my PC in first and then the outlet and then my headset, then my headset doesn't get enough power, which you know, the power drains faster than an e-boy getting sucked off in VRChat. So next I have to launch the PC link through my MetaQuest headset, which it's very easy. I just use my hands since my headset has finger tracking, and I just click PC link and launch it. Now, once that environment is launched and I'm connected to my PC, I'm in this gray environment, I have to do stuff in a specific order so that I don't get locked out of my headset. I launched the face tracking software, VRC face tracking, or VRC EFT, one of those two. I'm sure I will put it on screen and the funny icon. Woo! After I launch that, then I launch Steam VR. It has to be in that order, at least for me. If you're wondering why I do it in this order, well, if I don't, then the Quest will display a window where all it shows is a giant gray box, and I can't switch programs unless I turn on the Quest controllers that I have yet to still fully charge to this day, because the dock is a piece of shit that I hope burns in hell. Can't you tell I hate the dock? Once my face tracking software is connected and once Steam VR is on, Space Calibrator will actually launch automatically, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a program that magically combines my Oculus play space and my Steam VR play space. I say magically because all I did to get all this going was stick a thunder tracker on the back of my head and then did funny, cool spinning circles in the middle of my room, and then all of a sudden it works every time. So anyways, I turned that tracker on first. It must be the first tracker I turn on, and then once that's connected and everything's being tracked, then I first turn on my index controllers, and then I turn on the rest of my full body. So everything's properly aligned to the correct dongle. Finally, after all of that, everything is connected. I am ready to go on VRChat and play as normal. Hopefully. With this setup, I've encountered a couple problems. I solved all my problems, or at least all of those problems, by either, wait for it, you're gonna like this, I just reset my headset. Or another one is just I just physically relink it. I know, crazy, right? Side note, all of this is the same process for people with a Quest 2 and Quest 3 that also have full body tracking, and they're trying to combine Steam VR and Quest Play spaces. You know, obviously everything is the same except, you know, you're not launching VRCFT because, well, you guys don't have face tracking. So, or at least native face tracking, unless you put in the DUI one, but... Anyways, so all of that just to get full body and face tracking in VR. Seems fun, right? This whole process. And even after all of this, like, face tracking isn't a natural thing that just happens in VRChat. If you want a face track model, you either use one of the many furry public avatars, which, God bless the furry soul, I would not be standing here without you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If you want your own anime model like this or a custom one, you're gonna have to either mess with blend shapes, which God bless your soul. You can also buy a prefab for one of the many popular booth models out there. This one that I'm using, this one's a prefab. I'm using Echo VRs, so that one's a pretty solid one if you ask me. And in absolute worst case, you're gonna have to commission somebody on Twitter or wherever to, you know, make all these blend shapes and, you know, funny faces that, yeah. With all of this in mind, the Quest Pro is basically the only eye and face tracking that you can get brand new with a whole warranty and everything. This position's dumb. Hold on, let me move it. But seriously, your options are very limited if you want face tracking. I mean, you can get the Quest Pro. That's a legitimate way that you can get brand new and with a warranty. Granted, it's through Meta, but you can at least trust the warranty. Your other options are, you know, doing it yourself by, you know, participating in that project and having a risk of zapping your eyes. That's pretty cool. Or buying secondhand through eBay or OfferUp or whatever, because for some reason VR companies that I won't name, HTC, for some reason they just decide to take off their face tracking headsets and make a different one that nobody wants and price hike it all the way up to $1,300 or more. So, but really, if you're thinking about getting the Quest Pro, I mean, I would either recommend you getting the headset if it ever goes on sale or goes cheaper than the price that I paid, or just simply waiting for a Steam VR native headset to come out that also has eye and face tracking. And honestly, any headset that's going to come out will probably be better than the one I'm wearing right now. So if you're willing to spend the grand, then then go for it. I can't stop you. If you can look past all the downsides of the Quest Pro that I listed in this video and that other people have listed, and then on top of that, deal with any of the hardware and software stuff that just comes up, go for it. Take the plunge. I can confidently say that ever since I got this headset, my VRChat experience has changed simply because I can express myself naturally instead of just using predetermined hand gestures. I legitimately have to program myself to not do these because I can just make the face myself, you know? But seriously, I mean, compare this video to the last two and just, you can see how more expressive I am just simply in my face. Granted, it is, you know, a little cartoony, but it's a lot more expressive than just me doing, or, I can't even, I look like I'm shitting myself. Now, of course, if your purpose is not to get the headset just to create, you know, TikToks or create content with it, you can also get it just to simply make funny faces at your friends, you know, or random strangers. You can make a face like this, or you can make one like this, or actually, in fact, you can also like do this. Probably not that. Yeah, just, no, you didn't see that. Moral of this story: I personally do not regret buying this headset. However, I'm a little taken aback before I would go out and recommend this to somebody to go and buy. If you're on the fence, or if you've been really itching to try face tracking and you don't want to do a whole DIY whole setup and, you know, deal with soldering and all that, or you don't want to go out attempt to get a Vive Eye Pro or whatever it's called, or a Vario Aereo, Cowboy Bebop headset, get the Quest Pro. But seriously, I'm happy to deal with all the quirks and gimmicks and funny little things that happen in this headset. And if I need a more beefier headset that connects to my GPU, I still have my Valve Index that I can just connect and go right in. So now, of course, this entire video is thrown out the window as soon as Valve releases the headset that they've been working on. You know, the Deckard. Guys. Guys, hello. Thanks for watching. Before I end this video, yes, I did not talk about, or I didn't cover everything in this video regarding Quest Pro and face tracking. I mean, I didn't cover, you know, using the virtual desktop with Oculus Link, so I can have a full wireless setup. I've also didn't cover using Steam's native link. I've tried it. It does work. I still have the same kind of problems, but I also have now to deal with a battery that only lasts for like 2 hours. So that's cool. I just wanted to make a quick video on my thoughts about the Quest Pro and using it for the past month and a half or so at this rate for eye and face tracking. However, if you want a very informative and in-depth guide or video of the current state of eye and face tracking, you can go ahead and check out Fia's video, you know, the virtual reality show lady, woman, person. I'll put that video up here. Is it up here? Over here? One of the corners. Click the eye. You can go there and look at that. Actually, as a matter of fact, there's actually a lot of videos that help me in, you know, figuring out eye and face tracking and the whole process and steps. I'll link all of those videos in the description because honestly, they do a 10 times better job than I did in this video. So all those videos are in the description, or maybe you want to know how I film my videos in VRChat. You know, maybe you've seen me on TikTok. You know, I'm kind of a big deal. I haven't uploaded in months on TikTok, so, or Twitter, or this platform. I mean, the last time I uploaded is Valentine's Day. Anyways, besides the point, if you want to know how I film stuff in VRChat, you can click this video right here. Isn't that awesome? Cool. Click that video. Or we can like we can like hang out and sit here for, I don't know. You know, wouldn't it be funny if I just cutted the video mid-sentence?